Good morning, Flosstube. Welcome to Justsewsherrie. I'm Justsewsherrie here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Well, hello and welcome to 21st of February, I think it is. We are on, hang on, 5:36 in the morning, so nice and early. I thought it was later than that. So yeah, 25 to 6, that's good. I'm impressed with myself. Although I did wake up at 4 and couldn't get back to sleep, so yeah. Welcome to anybody who has been with me from the very start. Welcome to anybody who's joined me along the way, and a massive welcome if you are brand new here. I hope you like what you see. I hope you subscribe, like, do all the things that is good to do on YouTube. So, how are you? You alright? I hope you are. I'm not so good. I'm a little bit sore this morning. I've taken my tablets, so I could be nicely spaced about 15 minutes time. Just, just forewarning you, right? Yeah, things could go seriously downhill. Yeah, you have been warned. You have been warned. So, yes, is there a reason I'm here? I'm pretty sure there is. Justsewsherrie. I haven't got one. I thought of one during the week and I cannot remember. Well, I was reminded of one during the week and I cannot remember for love nor money, and I cannot think of one. So we're going to do some jokes instead, just for fun. I like this one. Well, I've only got a couple, don't worry. I'm not going to do a stand-up routine. What did the fabric say to the sewing machine? Don't get too attached. And why are sewing jokes so good? Because they leave you in stitches. Boom, boom. Can anyone remember? I was going to say Basil Fox. What was his name? He was a fox. Don't know, can't remember. But he used to go boom, boom. Yeah, that was many, many, many moons ago, and everybody from different countries is saying, Sherrie, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, maybe it's the tablets I've kicked in. Who's to say? Who's to say? So what have I got for you today? Well, it's going to be a fairly shortish video, I think. We're only on we're only on 3 minutes and I'm ready to go. Normally I'm about at least 7 or 8 minutes by now because I've rattled on so much about sweet nothing. Yeah. I couldn't use the phrase that came to mind there. So yeah. So what have I got? Well, I've got a special one for you. It's a bit of a finish for me, a very small, very mini finish. So I'll show you that. I've got 2 finishes and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 whips, but they're goodies. 2 I'm especially pleased with. I have got, what was Valentine's Day last Saturday, wasn't it? I have got something that the postman brought on Saturday. I mean, I kid you not, Mr. Valentine couldn't have done it better. He really, 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 what was I going to say? Yeah, he did well. He did very, very, very well. Chuffed to bits with myself. No doubt we'll have some forward plans when I go, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. And I have got a question for you. I'm going to put a poll down in the YouTube community tab, because apparently that's where I can put them. So I want a decision from you because I don't know what to do. So I'm going to do it properly and I'm just going to do what you tell us to do. So, but we'll talk about that after we've looked at my stitching. So the first one I showed you isn't mine, but it may well be some of yours. Yep, how am I going to show your stitching? Oh, wrong one. Yeah. If you recognise this, then you'll be going, oh, that star's mine, that heart's mine. Oh, say that, and I'd love to know who did. There's a lovely little ladybird somewhere. There, somebody's done a little ladybird. So, Cross Stitch Jess here on Flosstube decided to take this to everywhere she goes that's stitching, like all the retreats, stitchy days and all of that stuff, and ask people to sew their own either heart or star onto this in whatever colour they want. Now I don't know, I assume it's a pattern. I meant to ask her last night what pattern it was, but of course come 7 o'clock, that's me, no use to me, ma'am. So I forgot. I'll tell you next week if there was a pattern or not, or some of you might know what it is. So I'm assuming she's done the middle bit, and she may well have started it off. I don't know. But yeah, all the retreats she went to, she got somebody, like people to sew, stitch different things in. And there's more. There's one on the back as well. So this one right here in a blue, well, it's bluey grey, slate blue I should say, is mine. This little star is mine. So she came up to visit, her and Shelley, and we had a bit of a stitchy day at my house a little while ago, and she asked me to add mine to the stitch. And I was also fortunate to be asked to do one of these little motifs in the middle. So there's some of us that are closer to Jess, sort of hang around together if you like. And she's asked us to put a little motif that resembles, that signifies us in the middle. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think this is Kate. Our friend Kate. I can't remember who the bats are. I can't remember. The pigeon, I think, is Rachel. Surprisingly enough. Surprisingly when I get to another one. This one is Beth, who is also on YouTube. I can't remember her YouTube name, so I'll put it down here. She's a Flosstuber. And so Rachel did the pigeon because they had a bit of a retreat away together in Blackpool and there was so many pigeons. Beth did the two dogs because one is Alfie, Jess's dog, and the other one is her dog. They're both the same kind of dog, cockapoos or something like that. So she's done them in the two different colours. The turtle, guess who? Yes, the turtle. It is the turtle. Now, this little talking dog bag is mine. It is. So it's not Rachel, funnily enough. She's the pigeon. I'm the talking dog bag. The reason being, Jess is doing for a birthday or for something. I can't even remember why Rachel was organising it. She gave her a copy of Flosstube Friends, and we each chose a colour. There was 5 of us and we each chose a colour for the person that she would choose to do in our colours. And one of them has got shopping bags. So because I'm a little bit of a manic shopper here, there and everywhere, Jess decided to do the one with bags is me. And because I buy so much stuff off Rachel, and I do sort of collaborate quite closely with Rachel when I can, she did a talking dog bag. So I was like, oh my God, that's mint. I love that. So I have done the talking dog bag. So this will now be packed up and shipped off to Jess to continue. I don't know how far she'll continue. I don't know where it goes from here. But if you want to see the full version, you will have to watch Cross Stitch Jess. And she will show you it. I don't know whether she's going to do like the front and the back, maybe. Like a cushion? I don't know. Could you do a double-sided hoop? Don't know. I don't know, but it's not mine. But she did give me permission to show you. I didn't think I was going to be allowed to show you, so I'm quite chuffed with that. So this will go back in, and these are Cross Stitch Jess's bags with the asymmetrical zip, and she sells those on Instagram if you want one. So I'm thinking there's something not right here, and it's because I put my finishes away as well. I don't know why I've done that. Anyway, so I've got 2 finishes. I finished, and I do this every week, don't I? Put this one up without my board. That's better. So this is my monthly stitches for 2026. They are October House Fibre Arts. And this is February, which I think is finished. Yeah, pretty sure it's finished. I am so sorry if you can hear my stomach crunching on and grumbling on. I'll move the speaker back. Just in case. Yes, so this is done on 32 count Zweigart with some of the called for colours. So I substituted some of them. So I didn't have the red that they called for, so I picked Ladybug Classic Colourworks for that. I think the rest of them are there or thereabouts. Yeah, they must be, because there's only half a dozen colours in there. So I'm pleased with this. I really like it, and I like the variegation, how the variegation turned out on the hat. Really, really like that. So these are being finished in hoops when I get round to getting a whole load of hoops. I've got a couple because I found some ones in me puffy, didn't I? Because I did January in that one. So yes, this is February's. I was going to tell you something. Can't remember. Cannot remember. I think it's going to be one of those days, lads and lasses. Forgive us, will you? I think it's going to be a bit of an off day. And the other one. Oh, ow. Oh. Ow. Sorry about that. That really, really hurt. I lost my grip on the clip, and it bounced back and smacked my thumb. I'm losing my grip on things. I don't know whether to be worried or not. Are you meant to start losing your grip in your very early 50s? Is that a thing? I don't know. Having to go and get the Ben from next door to open some of my things now. Couldn't open a bleach bottle the other week. And it's those ones where you've got to nip them, you see, and turn at the same time. And I could not get it open for love nor money. And there was it's this I keep struggling with, getting the top off. I'm starting to be able to suck without dribbling though. I'm starting to get used to the shape of the spout. It's taken some doing, mind. It really has. So yeah, that hurt. That really hurt. Now that I've had a nice little whinge, actually, maybe I should file out a sickness report, because is this my place of work? Yeah, a C1 I think they're called at my place. Yeah, I'll get on to my manager. My Blackbird small. Now I'm doing these with Sarah Stonehouse on Instagram, who's the loveliest lady. This one is a made up one, kind of, and I'm feeling slightly chuffed with myself because I quite like it. So this is it's from My Dear Hearts, and it's I think this is one of the main motifs in it. And I took that, and I took 2 hearts that were on a different part of the pattern, further up high. Further on. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. Hang on, yeah, heart hinny. Which reminds me, I've got a new friend. She's called Jen from Australia, and she's a little bit perturbed that I haven't done any Geordie lessons recently. So we'll do one of them while we go today. So yes, I added the hearts in. I just matched the colours because it didn't have the called for in. So I just colour matched them. What I did was I got the DMC equivalent of the pattern and then matched an over dye to it. So I used Magnolia Blossom and Balsam Fir, and the third colour was meant to be a gold. And I changed it. Can't remember why. I didn't want the gold in the first instance. But anyway, I changed it to Adobe off Weeks Dye Works, which is like the red. And this fabric is Driftwood by Fabrics by Stephanie. It's the first fabric I've never even heard of. I have to confess, I feel really bad, but I've never heard of Fabrics by Stephanie. But this I really, really, really enjoyed. It's my kind of model as well. So I'm going to have to get some more of this. Was it 36 count or 40 count? I think it was 36 count because it was quite a small pattern. And I didn't measure it to... It was here. Here it is. My January one, if you were around in January, you know that I kind of had a bit of a mess up and it ended up bigger than I wanted it to be. So I measured it to that to make sure that it was going to fit nicely together. This was my January one. So the theory is we're doing a Blackbird small a month. Please feel free to join us. Hop on now, hop on and redo from January, February. You don't need to do what we're doing. But we're sort of putting it on Instagram as well, what we're doing, and if you tag me and Sarah. So, and eventually at the end of the year, with a little bit of help from Sarah, they are going to be books of a sort. I am thinking, now Sarah mentioned this because I was thinking concertina book, so that you can sort of pull it out and see all of the stitches. And she says, oh, you could do like it where you hang it up on a bell pull or something, and it springs down, concertinas down. I was like, I don't really like the sound of that. I think I'll just do a landscape way of doing it. But then there is a Cross Stitch Antiques one where she has done like a concertina one coming down, and it looks really good. So I may well have to eat humble pie at Sarah and say, actually, I quite like that idea. So, but we'll decide nearer the time. So that is the one that I've done for February. Right, I need to be careful with these clips now because I'm not doing that. My thumb's flipping bright red. See that? Yeah, that hurt. Almost as much as stepping on a Lego brick with bare feet. If you've done it, you've all gone, oh. When the kids were little, oh. To be fair, Courtney wasn't really into Lego. She was never that kind of child. She was a live life at like 100 miles an hour kind of kid. That didn't work well for sitting still and focusing. That was never in her repertoire. So yeah, but we did have a Blackbird Lego. She had to have some to try and encourage creative play rather than just running around screaming at the top of our voice for God knows how many hours. Oh, right, come on then. Whips. Plum Street. See, I'm getting away with myself. Spring Beginnings. Did Winter Blessings. Loved it. So started Spring Beginnings. And I'm loving this. Look at it, man. Isn't it so gentle? So lovely. So since you saw it, I think I had done half of the leaves and part of the border. So I've done more of the border, as you can see. I've done the rainbow, I've done the sunshine starting to peek out. And I put the other side of the green in. Now, it was down for Eve's Leaves, Classic Colourworks Eve's Leaves, which I didn't have in. So I matched it. I got the equivalent, which was 3052 in DMC, and I matched it to an overdye. And it didn't look right. So I just did it with the 3052 instead. Still didn't look right. It was just dark because the rest of it was, it's quite gentle. 3052 was quite a dark green. And I just felt it was just too dark. It just looked odd. So I frogged it again, and I went back in and I chose this one. I need my glasses on because it's a Weeks Dye Works one, and they're just little colours, little letters. Kudzu. So I did it with kudzu, and that went way better. Can you see how gentle all the other colours are? There was no way. Oh, I didn't like it anyway. You might think it's perfect. You might be thinking, Sherrie, done what you're talking about. It's a perfect green and exactly right for the pattern. But it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. So I'm chuffed with this, and I'm doing it on 32 count Zweigart, channeling my inner Sally. I'm going to do all of these in 1/2. Yep, 32 count, 1/2. I'll tell you who else does it as well, though, Stacey Nash. Have you seen Pip? I want Pip. I think we're all going to want Pip. And Sugar. If you haven't seen Stacey Nash's new Animal Crackers for Nashville. Oh, I'm in love. I am in love. And Pip is just you're gonna see Pip everywhere. She's just the cutest. Is it she or he? Pip would be in our land, in a distant land, far, far away. Pip is short for Philip. I suppose you would have Pippa, the female. So Pip might be a little boy. I might be wrongly getting his gender mixed up. Could be her. There could be a they. I'm not judging. But anyway, Pip is gorgeous. So that is that. How did I get on to Stacey now? Oh, it was the 1/2, wasn't it? But yes, she does. Stacey does 1/2 on 32 count as well. So Stacey Nash can do it. Yeah, we can all do it. Okay. Oh, now I did a little bit of this one. I touched this for a couple of weeks. This is my Historical Sampler Company one, my red stitch. I've usually got a a big red one on the go. And let's have a look at this. Sorry, I just shut up there, didn't I? I've just left you in silence. Work this week. Work. Monday and Tuesday were really busy. They weren't quite brutal as they have been, but it was steady. It was constantly doing something on the go. And then the big boss has gone on holiday. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I think it was, I can't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday. There was about 2 hours where not a single email, not a single one came in that I had to deal with. None. It was heaven, absolute heaven. And it was just, I sent the song Enjoy the Silence by Depeche Mode to me boss, because it was like, oh, this is glorious. I could get used to doing this kind of a job all the time. So yeah, she's away to California. I don't know if she's doing Route 66 or anything like that. I know she's got friends over there. So yeah. And Courtney, my daughter, who's in Tahoe. Oh, the snow she's got. I'll have to put a little, either a little video in here that she sent me, or pictures. I've never seen snow like it. She said there'd been avalanches. See, I managed to drink that with no slurping or yeah, getting me mouth tangled around the wrong side of the spout, wrong shape of the spout. Yeah, she said there'd been avalanches in the area as well, and there was I don't know if she said there was 8 people killed and some other people missing as well. But apparently they'd been somewhere. She said it was dangerous where they'd gone. So that's really bad though, isn't it? I mean, you don't want people to die. God. So anyway, Steinbeck. 40 count. Tablets are kicking in. Yeah, so I'm doing this on 40 count Steinbeck. At some point I'll talk about the stitching, but I love this fabric. I do. I love this 40 count Steinbeck, as you can tell. So yes, what have I done since you last saw her? Well, I've done a little bit more. So I've done about from here down for the border. This border, it looks fabulous, but it does take a bit of doing. Yeah, but it looks amazing. And because I'm doing it with DMC, I've looked at the bottom border here, and I will be able to go all, because I'm a tent across the other leg back kind of stitcher when I'm doing it with DMC. So I'm going to be able to go all the way along and back again. So that's going to make it a little bit quicker, because there's only, I think there's maximum of 3 stitches. So I'm happy to jump across that for the sake of making my life a bit easier. You're not going to see it like behind on here with us carrying it. And 3's usually my sort of, if it's over 3, I generally wouldn't carry it. But yeah, I'd be interested to see what you do. How many do you carry over? I know some people, somebody once said they don't even carry over 1. I was like, wow, like really? And I had to ask her like, I think 7 times to what, really? So yeah, I know Sarah, Sarah Stonehouse, she doesn't carry over, I don't know if she does over one, but I'm sure she doesn't do over 2 or more. I could be wrong, but yeah, it'd be interesting to know what you do. So anyway, yes, where was I? So I have finished. I was down to about halfway through this band. So all I've done is like down here. But this was, I think this was Tuesday's project. So it was when I'd been busy at work. So I didn't get much done. I was tired. But I did touch it and I did do a bit. But it's yeah. And I love this. I love bands. I love stitching in bands. I think it's why I like marking samplers so much. I love a band stitch. Yep. And I think I've got a band stitch of a new start for my birthday. I think I'm still in the middle of choosing what I fancy doing, but I think that's what I'm going to go for. So yes, doing it with the cold foot, which is DMC 221. Yes, I got it as a kit. Oh, that's a good point. I got myself a gift box last year, didn't I, for my birthday? Was this it? No, it was a pot sampler. It was the pot sampler I got for my birthday off me virtual husband. Might have a look and see if there's another one. Yes, I think I might need to have a look and see what my virtual husband would like to get me this year. It's a good point. Can't believe I just nearly let it go. I haven't even gotten excited about what I fancy doing. To be fair, one of the stitches from my last birthday is very, very poor. Very poor. So I maybe should just pick that one up again. Okay, Winter Rose Manor by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This has got my heart at the moment. I stitched on this last Saturday, which is normally my Snow Queen stitch day, but I stitched on it last Saturday because I just couldn't not. Just talk amongst yourselves. La 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 la. La 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 la. Right. There we are. So, what did I do? What did I do? Along here, I know I did these trees, and I think that's the last of the tree, and then we're into like the steps and the door of the house, because this is the house. I did the bottom border all the way along here to the same place, and I did this motif here, this little basket of flowers, which is really sweet, and a couple of hearts there that needed to go on. Loving this. Loving this. Is it going to be my Saturday stitch again? It might. It might. It's definitely a very, very, very high contender. Yeah. Oh, she's lovely. I was right to start it again on fabric. That I enjoyed stitching on more. And funny enough, I was talking about, because I just UFO'd the old one, which I'm pretty good at doing. So much so that my friend Adita, she, when I was at Ackworth, I UFO'd one of hers as well. I did. It was one of the stitches we got from there. I think it was the old Willow Stitchery, and we got like one of the kits from there, and she kept saying, I don't like this 36 count. I don't like this. And I was like, stop stitching on it. That's it. It's enough. Put it away. Start stitching on the fabric that you like. Right. Okay, Sherrie. Yeah. So if you need any projects UFOing, I am your girl. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. So, yes, that's as far as I got. So this has been done on 36 count R&R. No, it's not. 36 count Winter Brew by R&R. Yeah. Reminders on, Melody or anybody, reminders on to come back and do the flowers in this little thing. Just caught my eye on, I've forgotten to do them. I mean, it's not like me to forget to do a bit. I'm trying to be better, you know. I'm trying to not move on until I've done everything like other people do. How well it'll go, not so sure. Doing it with all of the code for as well. That is that one. 3 more to go. 3 more. Actually, give me 1 tick. Right, I'm just standing up for a little while. So, next one is, when I can find it, there it is. Modern Folk Embroidery by War Jacob. Forget Me Not. That's the, oh, I wondered where they'd gone, me scissors. Wondered where they'd gone. Geordie words, I'll have a think and we'll do Geordie word after this one. So this is as far as I am. Something good, isn't it? Or I think it is anyway, I'm pleased with it. Jen is doing the same from Down Under, which I was really quite humbled. Like, it never occurred to me in a million years that somebody would want to do the same. Yeah, so yeah, I'm like floored. Yeah, really floored and humbled. Thank you. So anyway, this has been done on 40 count anthracite by Zweigart, and I am doing it with, the white is White Lightning, the greyish is King Mackerel, Weeks Dye Works. They're both Weeks Dye Works, and Gentle Arts Suit. And yes, I have got my fourth colour. Yeah. Now you can see this a lot more in the real world. So my fourth colour, I'm going to be really horrible and say opinion's not necessary if you don't like it, because I do. So I hope that isn't too rude. Look at this, a little feather, a little white feather. Yes, what did I choose in the finish? Not that one. Not that one. Battleship. Battleship by Weeks Dye Works. So it's like a slate blue. What I went and did in the finish was, instead of trying to match it, I came up here without the colours, without the fabric, without anything else, and I just picked colours that I liked. No matter what colour it was, I just picked colours that I liked. And I ended up with, and then I like narrowed it down. So I had like, because I had about, maybe it's about 8 or 10 that I really liked. And then I looked at them and thought, right, well, I like that one more than that, so that can go back. So I just kind of whittled them down like that, and I was left with 2 or 3 that I then took downstairs and put it against me fabric. So this is the other one that I had chosen, Brethren Blue. Love that as well. But I just felt like the blue went better. The blue and grey went better. So you can see it. It's not so obvious for you, but you can. So what did I do? Well, I did that. I did that. I picked a colour. Oh, I picked a colour. That's good going. Gentle Art suit, and I finished this motif as well, the basket of flowers. And I came over here, that's right, and I did half of this. I wasn't enjoying this, or I think I was just, my head was too swayed by getting this one nailed. And I did have this, I said, as like a legacy piece for Courtney, because it was me 50th birthday gift box. Was it gift box? Must have been. Oh no, it's not Historical Sampler Company. It's Jacob. But this was me 50th birthday stitch. After all the trauma I was having with all the colours, I decided to just bin the idea that it was a legacy piece, because that was paralysing me, that it had to be perfect, and I just couldn't get anywhere. So I just kind of binned the idea. Courtney will choose herself if there's a piece she wants to keep when I'm gone. I'm going to be gone. I don't care. Whatever. You know, pick which one you want. Or pick none of them. Pick all of them. You know, you do you. So, yeah. So, that's it. I've got all my colours. And now I can just crack on and stitch. Because I'm only going to be doing this motif in that colour. That's going to be the only one. Because this is where it's got like two birds in, and the forget-me-not and the yeah. I am going to stitch it, and I'm going to stitch it all, including the yeah. Most people would put the yeah that they finish it on. I'm not going to, because it was my birthday, 50th birthday stitch. I'm going to put 2024 on it, because it's when I kind of started it, even though I restarted and yeah, very, very, very painful. So I'm just going to put the year that I did turn 50, because that's what this was for. You never know, I might never finish it. People down the years, when they come to research me, and they say, who's this Sherrie? Who is she? Who is she? Yeah, they'll be wondering, why she put a year on but she hasn't finished it? Why would you do that? Well, because I just want to do what I want to do. And I bet you £1 to a penny, Carol Saltbox says I can. So there you go. Do you know what? That would be hilarious. You know, if we all put our little cards on the back of, you know, the stitchy pieces that you got. And just put on, because Carol said I could. You're going to have all these people researching. Who the hell is Carol? Don't put Saltbox, because then they'll be able to research her dead easy. You need to give, there needs to be an air of mystery about her. That would be funny. You can imagine. Funny, funny, funny. Oh. Yes. This one. So I've got my last two. And these are my two that I'm really, really, really pleased with. And I didn't even know I was going to be really pleased with this one. So this is another Modern Folk Embroidery. The Rosebush sampler. Now, I couldn't remember last week what the name of the floss tube was where I saw this, because it was Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. Thank you to the ladies who told me who it was. Oh, I was like demented. I think it was Running with Scissors. something like that. That's what it is now anyway. They're no longer doing floss tubes, but they were very funny and I did like them. But Jane was doing this, and every week when she pulled it out, I just fell in love a little bit more and a little bit more. Now, as we know, pictures don't do the stitches justice, because if I'd just seen the pattern of this, and I may well have seen it, and just discarded it, because this isn't a pattern I would have chose. But after seeing Jane's, just divine. We're back to that word again, divine. Remember, I want to marry somebody called Divine. So yes, this had been put away for a little while and I've picked it out. And yesterday I was stitching on it, and oh my God, I had no idea. Now, Jane hadn't gotten this far when I saw hers. I had no idea it was going to look like this. Look, just look at this vase or pot, whatever you want to call it. I am blown away. I'm going to bring it in so you can see it. Isn't that? I mean, I was just... It wasn't until I started putting in... So it's got like ecru in between the blues and greens down here. It wasn't until I started putting that in that suddenly it just popped like nothing on earth. And I loved this because it was so gentle when I had only done the rose and obviously the border. But oh my holy God. And I know for a fact there's going to be at least 3 of you out there going, I need that because of the pot. The pot just brings it together, and it doesn't look anything like it on there, doesn't it not? Just when that's framed and hanging up, just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. And it's only done with DMC, you know. I mean, I think this could be charted and overdyes without a shadow of a doubt. But it doesn't even need it. So this has been done on 36 count parchment. Can you tell I'm excited? I am. Because I loved it anyway, but now I'm just blown away by it. I really, really, really am. So yes, 36 count parchment by weeks, which became one of my favourite go-tos, along with 40 count Steinbeck. I'm going to watch this back and go, when I get that piece of thing up and just go Steinbeck. It's going to be like, I'm probably going to laugh about it forever. Yeah, so 36 count parchment with all of the called for DMC. Jacob, you're a genius. You are a genius. Oh. Oh. I wouldn't care, you know, because like I say, I don't look at them until Flosstube, because you're so close to it, aren't you? You're just sort of sorting it out and pulling it here and there to get in hoops or frames, or, you know, doing hand, however you do it. It isn't until, for me, it isn't until I hold it up for you guys that I see it at the same time. Just, I could just keep this up for like 3 hours and say, just look at it. Just feast your eyes on that. Feast your bloody eyes on that. So, this is one of the questions though that I have for you. Right, I made a bit of a mess. I know, I've said it's beautiful and then I've made a mess, but I have. So coming down here, the other bit I did was also finish off this bottom. Now I'd come up to about here on this main stem. And when I went to put the rest of it in, I realised why I'd done, because I am too close. I am 1 stitch out from these two. Now it's this one that should be 1 further over, which gives me the room to put another vertical, what do you call, strip of vertical, not row, what is it? Anyway, to put another stitch in for the stem, put it that way. And I thought, there is no bloody way, no way on anybody's earth that I am frogging that rose. It's never going to happen. And then I thought, I don't need to frog the rose. All I need to do is frog this stem and put it 1 over to join this stem and do it down. So it wouldn't be horrific. That's right. But I can't do that because the one that I've missed is coming down here. So I need to put it in here, which means I need to move this stem 1 further over, which will then mean that out of, like, they're not central. They're not central. Sorry, my words are, yeah. It's going to look odd. It's going to look uneven. Put it that way. That's what I was trying to say. If I do it this way, because you're going to come too far at the edge of this pot. So what do? Do I just leave it as one strip of vertical stitches, or do I frog it, the other one, frog the wrong one and move it over? I can't frog the right one. That can't be, I can't do that because of the way this stem is already done, and it's too close to like this one to then move, like frog all of this and move that one over. Am I making any sense? I hope I'm making some sense. So can I get away with just 1 line of stitches, or do I frog this one, even though it'll leave it looking uneven in the pot? What do you think? What do you think? Oh, beautiful though. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it needs to be. So it needs to be the darker one that I frog. Move that one over so that I can put the rest of this line in. I just want to hold it up and show you all the time. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. And it always makes me laugh when people sort of say, oh God, it's beautiful. I was like, yeah, thank you. And then I'm like, yeah, but it's not really mine to thank, is it? I'm just doing what the designer said. So, Jacob, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, yes, and I did say I was doing it with all the code for DMC. So that is that one. Now, what was I going to do? Oh, we're going to do a Geordie lesson, aren't we? Before we do my last one, which may or may not be Snow Queen, which may or may not be something I'm very, very, very almost more excited than Rosebush to show you. No, it's not finished, obviously, but let's see. So far, if you've missed our Geordie lessons, Geordie is what people in the north of England, northeast of England, are called. And it's Geordie, spelt Geordie, and it's named after, I'd need to research this a bit more, but I believe it's named after that Geordies supported the King George, when they was trying to have a revolution against him whenever King George was arrived. So they started calling them Geordies. And even round here, if you're called George, you're normally known as Geordie. So that's where it comes from, I think. Any Geordies out there who know more than me, I'm happy to be corrected. So we've done things like the bairn's away to the netty. So the bairn is away to the netty. So the bairn is a child, away, gone. Netty, toilet. Netty is a toilet. So what else can we do? Let me think. I had to have a little thinking time off camera there because I couldn't think of one. Anyway, I've got one. Mara. So Mara, M-A-R-R-A, is your friend, your Mara, your mate, your Mara. Yeah, where's your Mara? Yeah is here, by the way. A lot of words in Geordie are normal words. We just pronounce them differently, I suppose. Like yeah is here. Yeah, so wait the tune with me Mara. Wait the tune with me Mara is I am going to Newcastle with me friend. So tune is Newcastle. And obviously everyone in the UK will know, but for anybody in other countries, Newcastle is the city, the main city in the northeast. Well, in Geordie land, so above the weir, basically, above the Tyne. Everything south of the Tyne is just south, basically. The Tyne is our river. So it's the main city, but I mean, this is like a big county. But everybody just says the town. So it doesn't matter even if you live in a different town. So I live in a place called Blythe. If I was going to the town centre in Blythe, I'd say I'm going down Blythe. I wouldn't say I'm going to the town. If I say I'm going to the town, that means I'm going to Newcastle. So yeah, I'm away at the tune with me Mara. There you go. There's a nice new Geordie. Jen, just for you. Me Mara. Me Mara Jen. So, last one. And I think I'm probably going to pass out when I show it because, as I said, it's the first time I sort of see them as well, really. So my Mirabilia, which I've been working on for a long time, Snow Queen. So I would like you to prepare yourselves. I need to prepare myself. I'm probably going to look at it now, but right, it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Yeah. Right. Where's me corners? Where do I need to? That's it. These bulldog clips seem very stiff all of a sudden. Okay, are you ready? Am I ready? God, I'm totally building this up here, and you're going to be like, yeah. Look at that. My beautiful, beautiful female reindeer is complete. All of the stitching. Look at her. Try to move it so you can see the And there's all beads at the bottom. Oh. Can I just stand here for about 20 minutes and just gape at it? Please. But yeah, I'm saying she's all done. She's not. I know you're all out there going, oh, Sherrie, why are we not surprised? I'm going to bring the camera closer. So, let me have a look. What am I looking at? This here. Here. Just in here, there's 4 little beads. Can you see these little beads here? Here and here. They need to be put in there and there. But that's it. Everything else is done. I'm going to... no, I'm not, because I can't reach it. I'm going to bring the thing closer. So, yeah. I'll try and get it so you can see all the sparkles. So what have I done? So I literally did all of the snagging. Oh, it took me longer than I care to remember. So I finished, there was bits up here. So for example, there was a couple of these blacks that needed to go in. Well, 3799 needed to go in. I think I was done. Her face is done. This was done. I put in all of the, down here, there's a load of bugle beads. You see them? And obviously these slightly bigger brown beads. There's a few of these like cross ones coming down here. So I did all of the beads down this bit. I did the beautiful Mill Hill treasures. Sorry, I was just putting that one right. So we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was the one. Can you remember ages ago? I said I'd put them in and then I took it out again. It was I think it was these two I'd put in and took out because I wanted it to be one of the last things I did, because I knew it would have like a big impact on the piece. So, but I decided to put them in now, even though it's not my finish. Her final, I think, will be her earring. There's a big crystal to go, another Mill Hill treasure to go as that earring. That looks incredible as well. So I put that in and took it out as well, thinking, right, no, that'll be me final flourish. So I did all that. I then came down here. These are all beads. There is some Krynic in there, but the majority of this is beads. And then there's a load of beads around our ankles. You can see there. So yes, the reindeer is done. I feel like she needs a name. I feel totally invested in her. I don't know what we should call her. Rosie the reindeer. What do you think? Answers on a postcard, please. Yeah. So, yes. So what have I got left? Well, all of our skirt. Not quite all of our skirt. I've done. Oh no, I have. Because I don't think this blue thing, I think, is coming off our reindeer. So yes, I've got basically all of our skirt to do down here, the fur trim, and then some more. There's a little bit of Krynic in, you can see at the back here. So there's more beads, more white beads to go in there. but I'm not a million miles away. I wouldn't care. Before I started the reindeer on Saturday, I honestly thought I had a long way to go still. But I actually don't. But I know for a fact I'll start at a skirt and think, oh God, this is going to take ages. So, because I think there's still some, is there some stitching? No, I think the majority of the stitching's done, because these in these little swirls and loops is the Karen water lilies, and it's alternated with a bead. Everyone's like bead one, stitch one, bead one, stitch one. So I think it is just going to be beading. So we will see where I am with this next week. I'll do another day on her. But yeah, I had to show some of the girls because I was just so excited. I really was, can I show you? Can I show you? Can I show you? Please, can I? Look, Mum. Look, Mum, look what I've done. Dead proud of yourself. Yeah. Yeah. And there'll have been those of you who have been with me from the very start. Because I started I'll need to look back in me week of days, book of days, because I should have a record of when I actually started her. If anybody wonders why bother keeping a book of days, that for me is the main reason, so that I can look back and go, oh yeah, right, so I started that on December 2021 and I finished it on March 2026 kind of thing. So it's just for information really for me. Yeah. I'll have a look. I think it was the day after I'd been at the knitting and stitching show. That was the first time I went, which would have been 2023 or 2024. What's a year? What's a year? Yeah, whatever. What's a year? Okie doke, right. I have got the poll that I'll talk to you about. Me forward plans and my Valentine's Day present, which I'm thrilled with. Use my go, is that it? But I was thrilled to get it. Okay, one moment and I will be back with you. So, yes, I decided to do a week of monogamy. I did one with Sarah, I can't remember if it was November. Anyway, I tried to work out what quarterly was from November, and it took me, from the week that I did in November, it took me to about the 3rd of February or something. I was in the week that it should have been picked up, so I thought, I'll start it from the 22nd, which is tomorrow? Today? Yeah, I was meant to start it, I wanted to start it from the Saturday, whichever that happened to be. I thought it was no, it's the 21st today. It doesn't really matter. So I was going to start it today. The problem was, I couldn't decide what to start. I didn't know which one to pick. I think it was Sarah asked it in the comments, do you know what you're doing for your monogamous week? No. What do you mean it's my plans? I'm meant to know what I'm doing. Yeah, whatever. So I decided to hand it over to you because I couldn't decide. So I have pulled 3. Now these are 3 that have been put away out of my rotation that I'm not itching to pick up, but I could do with getting some more progress on it, because I think if I do get more on it, I think the rest will take care of itself. I really do. I've started them because I love them. So I do want to get them done. One of them was going to be my Rosebush sampler, but I don't need it. After that stitch in that pot, I do not need any more encouragement to stitch on that one. That will be heavily, firmly in my rotation until it's finished, I suspect. So I don't need that one. So I have pulled 3 others. I've pulled one that I've been wanting to start this for months, but there's always been something else kind of jumped in its place, or I've thought, oh, Sherrie, you've got enough whips, just don't. So one of them's a new start. So let's have a look. The first one, so I've only got 3. I'm not, I could have picked another couple, but no, 3. That's all you're getting. All you're getting to choose from. So, the first one, Christmas garden. And I do think of Mrs. Saltbox and Brenda when I think of this pattern. So, Christmas garden, this is where I am on it. So I could do getting some more done on it. So I'm doing this on Milk and Honey fibre on a whim. 40 count, I think. Yeah, 40 count. And this was another UFO'd at UFO'd 32 count that I'd started on. I just didn't like it. So yeah, we're doing it again. So that is a contender. My second sampler to get done, she's just, I suspect when I look at her now it's going to be like, how did I not do this? Anton Uffendale, by Hands Across the Sea, and this is where I am. This is going to be a biggie. It's been done on 36 count. Winter Moon. I'm sure it is. Winter Moon. And this is, sorry, I should have said this. So this is where I am on this one. This is going to be a showstopper when it's done. And I think I put it away out of my rotation for Christmas, like for the winter, because you cannot do everything, can you? And I thought I've got some 1/1 coming up. So yeah, and it's not that I mind stitching 1/1. I just don't like the way it looks. 10th stitch is it doesn't look right. It needs to be full cross. But when you do full cross, it's a real sort of squish to get the threads in. So that's the reason I struggle with 1/1, because it doesn't really look, it doesn't look as neat as the rest of the stitches, I think is what I'm trying to say. So there is that one. And the third one is a new start that I have been itching to start this for a long time. So it is Owl Forest Embroidery English band sampler. Isn't she a beauty? I have been itching to start this. Reminds me a little bit of a Teresa Coget, like the big bold flowers. And I've decided to do it on, it's a Marie fabric, it's a Swan Bay fabric, that, which is what, Rosing's Parlour. So I'll do it on that with the silks. Although I'm not entirely sure. There was another one I came across before where I had, oh, it's the, in my drawer, I've got the Owl Forest to do it with as well. So I'm not really sure. I've obviously been a bit dense. I don't know why, but anyway, yes. So I'd quite like to start this as well. I think because it's a silk project and they're always it's a sumptuous sort of extravagant project, isn't it? When you use silks. That's what I think anyway. Wish I could afford to use silks for everything, but I can't. And to be fair, I like the way DMC and overdyes and things, I like the way they work as well. So they are your 3 choices for my Monogamy week. Christmas Garden and Tong, and there is a lady who reminded me of it as well, because she was in the comments and she says, oh, let me know when you're picking up Anne Tong because I'll start mine. And that was like, ooh, I forgot I had her. So Christmas Garden and Tong or English band sampler. Your vote counts. Let me know what you think, and whatever I will start next Saturday for my week of Monogamy. If anybody wants to join me as well, you're very welcome. I don't want to sort of say you must join me, but no, it's worth getting an extra few stitches in. I'm pleased I did it in November on the Red Pot sampler. See, I could have picked that one as well. There were so many. I've got Hannah Atwater, which is a Mama Love shoe. That it was either Hannah Atwater or Christmas Garden that I was going to choose. But anyway, I've plumped for Christmas Garden because I need to get some progress on that as well. So we will see. Tell me what to do. Gifts. I've only got one. Well, it's in 3 parts from one place to show you, but yeah. So it actually arrived literally last Saturday afternoon. So timing couldn't have been more perfect for Valentine's Day. And it came wrapped beautifully in tissue paper. Yes, it's fabric. And it was wonderfully packaged. So I got this, a little zipper with my name on. Thank you, Sherrie Ann. And it even had a little heart on and a little daisy. I just couldn't have been more like, oh, I love that. I love that. And it had 2 wrote by cards. So wrote by whoever on this day and the year, and another one with a strawberry basket, exactly the same. I just thought that was so lovely. And there was a card on top outside the tissue paper as well that said thank you, which was really lovely. So this was from 1-2 Stitch in Australia. They have become my #1 favourite fabric shop, to the point where I've already got another 4 in my basket. So they're on Etsy. Certainly if you live in Australia, I have no doubt you probably know them anyway. But yeah, so I got, I think they were all 40 count. This is a limited edition, Ice Rose, I think it was called. This is beautiful. As you can see, it's just like a very, very light pink. It's just stunning. Oh, just stunning. That one. This one is called, oh, I've got a little sticker as well, by the way. Yeah. This one is 40 count. I'm saying I don't know what it's called. It's called Ice Rose. It's got it on the label, you idiot. So this one, she's got a little bit more mottling in. Silvery Moon. This is lovely, and this is like a greeny. To my mind, it looks like a greeny kind of colour. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Oh. Oh. What is it with fabric? And the last one I got, and this was the main one that I went there for, because for months I think I've been coming back and forward and looking at this fabric thinking, I need that. And then the 40 count was sold out and I was ready to press the button, so I would have to wait a little bit longer. Anyway, look at this. Decrepit. Very appropriate for me and how I'm feeling this morning. 40 count. Look at that. And it looks really harsh. These sort of things look really harsh. They're not actually as much in the real world. But oh, just love it. It was like the yellowy kind of bits that I like. It's a perfect Halloween fabric. But honestly, I got them and I had like the 3 of them like laying out on my kitchen bench. Fortunately my kitchen was spotless, so I had them all laying out on my kitchen bench, and I just kept coming back in and looking at them and stroking them and walking away. And then I came back in, folded them up and then arranged them artfully and kept coming in and stroking them and looking at them and walked away again. And then eventually after 2 days I brought them up here because I just wanted to look at them and stroke them. Absolutely over the moon with them. And just the whole, I think, shopping experience, if you like, you know, like the little extras are just so lovely. Yeah, it's the little things. It really is the little things, especially for me anyway. It's the little things. Yeah, so I have got another 4 in my basket ready to go. That might be my birthday present. Off my non-existent husband. He's so good to me though, he really is. Yeah. Right, forward plans. So I will wait with bated breath to see what you decide I'm going to start or restart again next Saturday. What else was it that I wanted to get done? I need to get spring back out, the cricket collection. I've kind of lost me mojo with that one. Yeah. I seem to be in my sampler world at the moment. Yeah. That Rosebush is not going to need to be asked twice to be stitched on again soon. Just, yeah. Obviously Snow Queen, I'm going to have to do some of her. Winter Rose Manor. Yeah. We will see. We will see. Breeder's off work, so I might have like less angsty days at work so that I've got more inners to actually pick up a bigger project, because normally I like me little projects when I'm working, because I just can't be bothered after work. So now that the boss is safely ensconced in the US, I might have a little bit more energy to put to me bigger projects. So have we come to the end? The final curtain. Here we are. Yes. So I came across this. It's not, so for my final thought, it is more of a thought, I think, than it's not like a specific quote. It is. It's come from somewhere. Oh, Sherrie, it's time you weren't here, pet. Yeah, I need to say ta-ra to me Maras, don't I? I need to say ta-ra to yous. I came across this as it's saying, and I just liked it. Some of you may have heard it before. I think I have, but it was just a nice reminder. So this comes from Lao Tzu. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. 6th century BC. mind. It starts with your thoughts. What we think, we become. Watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, because they become your actions. Watch your actions, because they become your habits. Watch your habits, because they become your character. Watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. Bye for now.